Hello everybody, welcome to your daily pop of positivity. How is everybody? Gorgeous and sunny out. I'm so excited. So you guys, let's take a look at each of these topics today. They're some of my favorite. Faith. I am confident I will achieve my goals. I live in the present. I have faith in the future. I firmly believe in my value within the universe. And I love this blue because this is very third eye chakra. You know, I follow and I trust my intuition. I trust that I am insightful. Again, my favorite, I see and I think clearly. And that just connotates that we don't need clutter and confusion. We don't need to invite in any negativity or extra. You know how sometimes you'll just be thinking of a plan for your day or one thing that you have to go get, and our ego and other things, sorry, that was a cat. Our ego and other things will try to pile on a whole concession of things that just aren't necessary. And it's a habitual pattern. It's also just our brain that's always trying to problem solve. But once we recognize that, we can just disinvite those overactive thoughts and like, hey, I want to do one thing at a time. I want to think clearly. I'm going to get a coffee. That's all I'm doing. I'm not going to feel like I have to post all these things, stop at all these neighbors, go grocery shopping. I will virtually say over and over to myself every day, I am not going to overthink anything. Like as soon as I get in my car, that's when it usually starts. You could also go blah, 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 blah. So I say clear and concise. I have one thing. And usually if you start your day with something really joyful and light, like sitting out in your yard, going for a walk, it will slow everything down for you. It'll make things really peaceful. It nurtures your spirit. It makes you aware of your body and your thoughts and whether they're too cumbersome and they're overloading you and what your bandwidth is. I'm always checking in with myself like, yo, are you trying to cram or jam things in there that aren't necessary or don't belong? And this brings in the trust. I trust life and my strength. Each moment guides me to the light. Everything in my path is placed there for my growth. So good, bad, or indifferent, stuff shows up throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month, right? And all we have to do is say, this is a learning process. I've learned too that even things that I used to think were tedious, I try to make as fun as possible. I always look forward to exercising now because I have funny, humorous, like really engaging podcasts that I listen to. Same things if I'm doing tasks, around the house, dishes and whatnot. I make it enjoyment. Listen, we want to talk to that inner child. What do you want to do, inner child? What's going to bring you joy? What's going to make you happy? You are a divine being and you're infinite and boundless. So that being said, we got to stop becoming production machines and list makers and, just go out there, especially spring and summer, savor it, stretch time out, keep checking in with yourself because that will bring you to self-love. I attend to my needs by listening to my heart, right? Like, do I want to do this favor for somebody or do I just feel obligated? I have a hunk of time. Would I rather, go and stretch and do some yoga on the beach, get a really nutritious, beautiful menu plan at the grocery store? What's really fun for me and gets me in a good mood too is I will plan something for later in the evening when I'm done with everything. And it's usually one of my favorite foods and a favorite program. And I just totally tap out. That's all I do. I have that fun snack and I watch that show. Everything, my body relaxes. I don't look at my devices. Try that as well, because multitasking tells our brain that we're actually working because we're trying to juggle at that point. And remember, this is letting your brain have free range. Nothing better for me than also last night I got to make a bunch of jewelry while I was watching some good shows. Oh my gosh, it's been days and days just because I got in a habit of I packed everything away on a cleaning frenzy, and I was like, oh, it's for me to pull out all my trays and stuff. It's going to be so arduous, but it really wasn't, and it was so relaxing. Again, inner child time, self-love, doing things that show. Oh, but let's get back to my inner. I attend to my needs by listening to my heart. My inner essence lets me know what is good for me. I respect my limits. I answer the requests of my body and soul. Thus, I learn to love myself. Exactly. The limit. So what is your bandwidth? Are you going beyond it? Are you maybe on the phone with somebody and the conversation turns to like agony aunt and it's just every problem they've ever had. And you're like, you love talking to whatever, your mom, your sister, your friend, but you want to clear your headspace and you want lighter fare for the day. So all you need to say is, oh, I didn't realize the time. I really need to go. Again, you don't owe anybody any excuse for how you spend your time or why you want to spend your time that way. So again, succinct, I have to go. Not some excuse that you have to go do A, B, and C. You just have to go. You have to go do something else, because you're going to incur this beautiful new oxygen, like, I'm creating space. I'm not going from one phone call to one task to one obligation, right? None of that. What do I want to do that is fun? Am I paying attention to how much is too much? Am I allowing for all this self-love and care? And pick one thing today that you want to do for yourself. Do you want to really have like a gorgeous hair day and a hair pack and do fun things for your hair? Do you want to do a nice skin whatever? Like every once in a while I'll do that. I will have a nice face scrub and then get some great lotions and potions. Do you want to have a nice manicure? Do something that just kind of like gives you a little swish and reminds you that you deserve looking after, that you're worth it. And again, feel your own inner power, because your potential is unlimited. You're going to honor yourself. You're going to be able to accomplish all those tasks really easily. You are strong, you are peaceful, and you're releasing all fear. And just going into the day, hey, I'm chill, and that's how it should be. And always looking out for your interests, boundaries, and bandwidth. So, you're not pushing. Life is not some kind of crazy rat race. It just isn't. I feel like the older we get, the more we recognize that as the sand trickles through the hourglass, we're like, it is precious. So you want to utilize it in ways that make you feel good and bring you joy and get you excited. Give yourself a little something to get excited about tonight too. A little treat, a little pocket of time where you're going to do something wonderful for yourself. So that's your Daily Pop, you guys. Love and light.